A while ago, I highlighted on this channel my very first franchise zoo, which I made 3 years ago, back in 2021. I have, of course, since learned to play the game a bit better, and I've become a bit more patient when building habitats, but I will say that I think that the franchise zoos that I built in 2021, 2022, and years onwards still hold up, right? They still hold up. Although there's parts of this zoo that I would never replicate, I think it's going to be fun showcasing what bro was on, as they say, a few years ago as the monorail sliced by. This is Bollipolis. The first zoo I showed you was a Zoologique Le Bol, which was supposed to be in France. This zoo was imagined to be sort of in like the south of Spain. A very quick explanation for the whole bolly thing. I'll make it very quick. I sort of role play in my football manager persona, because I play a lot of football manager and I used to play FIFA. I used to role play as a real life football manager called Eddie de Bolle, and it sort of got out of hand, and I tend to enter his name in all sorts of games where that is applicable. So yeah, we're going to enter Bollipolis, a zoo with, I guess as its main theme, sort of trying to be modern and using the New World theme that it was present in the game. A bit of a random mishmash of animal species here, as well as flora and fauna, but I still really like this zoo. I've loaded it in as is, so if you see animal corpses, empty habitats, or buildings on fire, that is just the reality of franchise mode. Let's hop right in. I'm going to go in explore mode, and we're going to check out what this zoo has to give us. Right, we start off with a sort of a glass exhibit box here in the middle, featuring cool big snails and whatever's supposed to be in here. I think that is some sort of tarantula. Forgive me, I'm not very hot on the exhibit animals. We have shops to our left, and on top of the shops is a viewing platform for the first animal we're going to check out, being the sable antelope, which you see right over here in a simple habitat with no real regard for which flora or fauna was, pardon me, was applicable for an African animal. Yeah, it's a standard design for a beginner plant zoo player. But I appreciate that I picked an animal species that's a bit underappreciated and added it to my zoo right over here. And we'll also go check out what is at the other side, which is the Nyala, which has its own very popular, apparently, habitat right over here. And you get a sneak preview of the crazy things happening in the background. We'll get to that. But yeah, here is the Nyala, also a base game animal living in its simple habitat. But after this very crowded, very busy opening plaza, we'll get to actually another plaza. Let me show you. Yeah, this plaza is a chaotic, aesthetically kind of insane, with some smelly toilets, little area around staff facilities built in the middle. We'll head through the crowd and go check out first the Pygmy hippos. The Pygmy hippos, as well as both in real life as in the game, are some of my favorite ever animals. I love their design in the game. I think they look goofy and a bit different than they do in real life, but I like the way this habitat turned out. It's spacious, it's atmospheric, and it has this cool lemur forest background, and I love Pygmy hippos so much. So we're going to head in this direction, and let's see, I kind of forget what this zoo has to offer. I don't know what will we pick? I think this is a very random secondary viewing platform for the sable antelopes. In case you didn't get enough the first time, you can check them out again. This heads over, I guess it's another Pygmy hippo viewing. Yes, it is. Alright, we can ignore that. This is sort of an Asian part of the zoo with some koalas thrown in there and lemurs. We're going to stick to our left side with the secluded, more private sun bear, and I believe there's also some tapirs in here. You see them walking around. Yes, there we go. There's the tapirs. I don't see the sun bears, or I think that's them over there. Yeah, simple habitat. I like the indoor vibes of it, although it does have an open roof. And I have to say, when I keep going back to my old zoos, I always go in with sort of like ready to mock myself, like haha, look at this foolish Yelboo's previous designs. But I also find that I do things in these old zoos that I don't tend to repeat in my newer zoos, and like indoor viewing buildings like this. I haven't really done something like that in a while, and I think I need to learn from past Yelboo that it doesn't have to be always so realistic, and you can just build something like this and it has atmosphere in and of itself. Next up, I seem to recall, is another fun habitat that I'm quite proud of. Here is a glass viewing of the Binturong. I hope there's some of them in there. Of course, they're not climbing, because why would plant zoo animals climb? And then there's sort of a glass house. And if you go check out the glass house, I think this is a monorail station. If we go in here, it's yeah, it has the Binturongs climbing around above you, or you know, it's supposed to have them climbing around above you. They very rarely actually use this, and I think there's only one of them in here. But again, this is something that I should try and replicate. This is a cool idea that I really like, and I think I overthink modern habitats in the future, and I need to look at some of the basics that I did and take inspiration from this. I like this vibe very much. Right, the zoo sort of stops here. There was some empty space here, and with the help of my also very talented girlfriend, we have the koala, the famously ground-dwelling marsupial of the Australias. A nice little habitat with a cool atmospheric guest viewing space, but I highly doubt. Oh, there is one climbing. There we go. A climbing koala. Now we've seen everything. There we go. I think, is there anything left to our left? A very weird sort of food court, I guess, and very crazy picnic area. Yeah, I don't really like the vibe of this as much. This is the lemur forest. There is a path around it on the ground, but I think we're going to head up and take the stairs. Explore mode hates the stairs. We're going to head up here, because here you can walk among the very crazy tree house that I built for the lemurs. You can see a whole bunch of the red-ruffed lemurs down there on their big, beautiful island. Yeah, again, not a bad idea. Although the very different aesthetic of the trees is not my favorite thing, but I like the idea of this. And as you can see, heading down this stairs, you can see that there's a random Indian section thrown next to the lemurs. We'll go back in explore mode for this. Yes, so some Indian blueprints. These are all blueprints. I didn't back then, and I still don't have enough patience to really get into building nice buildings. But I believe this is going to be the Indian elephant. Yes, it is. There they are. Spacious, big. Alright, they have their own little temple. And I think if you continue down this path, you get the Indian rhinoceros. Living over here, sharing sort of, or at least giving the idea that they share this temple with the elephants. Right, we did that section. Let's check out what is over here. I'm actually going to skip this for now. Let's ignore this and head back to the beginning. Let's go to the right. What is here? I completely forgot. Where are we? Let's situate ourselves again. Yes, here we are. Right. Okay, yeah. This is a weird zone. I think we're going to go this way first and then check out this part. This is another randomly thrown together collection of animals with the pronghorn, and I believe bordering the pronghorn is the spotted hyena. I don't know why we moonwalked into the staff facilities over there. So yeah, we're going to head up the bridge and we're going to get a view of the reptile building, which is just a big triangle. But I still like, the atmosphere of this. We have all of the reptiles that were at that point present in the game living here with, I believe that is the saltwater crocodile down there. Next to it, I believe, is the Cuvier's dwarf caiman. In the building there is exhibit boxes and there is, you'll see there's more reptiles. Our attention can also be devoted to the right with the pronghorn, this time around not living together with the ostriches as they were in a Zoologique de Bol. It is very crowded in here, although I don't see a single pronghorn antelope in here. They probably all died out. Yeah, chances are that they're all dead. I don't really remember what's here. Oh, very nice. Thank you, Explorer mode. I guess that is a useful shortcut for us to end up. Yeah, this is a messy area of the zoo. Very much a weird little space, but there's some spotted hyenas over here. Although chances are that they're all dead. Let's see if we can spot a spotted hyena. There they are in their big cave in the distance. The spotted hyena. There we go. 2 parents and a baby, it looks like. Alright, we're gonna head back up or not. God, guys, explore mode is such a tricky little thing to know. Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you, explore mode. You got us to view this beautiful little strange, not antelope or gazelle, but named after one. Okay. Also, big trees are cool, right? Just, guys, when you're building zoos, take the biggest trees in your zoo, in the building mode, and put them in your guests' faces, right? And it will add so much atmosphere to all of the plazas and squares and paths that you're building. We're going to go to our left past the burning soda machines. I'm sort of confused what we're headed for. I really don't remember. So many people in here. Holy shizzles. Yeah, this is the mandrills. They live underneath this dramatic weird rock. The mandrills, simple, decent. Let's move on from them, because here is the West African lion. Our first view of them. Big paths with small fences right on top of these extremely dangerous carnivores. Not the most impressive lion habitat for sure, but I was just very eager. I love all the protesters heading home. So that's just African lions. I'm skipping over them a little bit because there's a better view of them coming up. I think we're going to head into the reptile building now. Cool triangular design. Okay, a little hiccup in recording there. I couldn't take the lag anymore and I closed the zoo. So there's nobody in here except for me, the staff, and this giant box. So yeah, this is the reptile building. Spacious, big, modern, with these exhibit boxes, the Nile monitor, the Komodo dragon, and the Galapagos tortoise, I'm not sure. Or the Aldabara tortoise. But we're going to head down the stairs, which I believe are here if I remember correctly. Yeah, get on out of here, guys. You're ruining my game. Although I'm not sure if it's down to them. A beautiful little stairway. Oh, I seem to... What did I do with these stairs? These are the weirdest... This is the weirdest path I've ever seen in Planet Zoo. I'm just going to go in free look mode for this. Yeah, I was struggling with making like indoor underground designs at this point, but this is an underwater view of the crocodilians you saw just outside. And if you keep following this path, you will get to when you eventually, wow, that is a long little route, you get to the gharials, which my favorite part of this is the fact that it's them swimming around like in a flooded temple or village section. A pleasant design, I must say myself. So yeah, the gharial, very rare animals in real life, one of the most endangered animals in the game, in fact, if I really think about it. Their population, if I recall, is less than 1,000 estimated by some sources. So very few of these amazing creatures left. Right. And I think, yes, moving on from the reptile building, you have sort of the sister building to it. You have this triangle building, you have this triangle building, and this triangle building is a food court, but also offers you amazing views, as we are very lucky to see right here, of the giraffes feeding. Very cool spot in the zoo. Although I was suffering from what my girlfriend still mocks me for, I built on a large scale. This is a extremely large building for just the simple concept of some food and looking at the giraffes. I was not really up... Oh, hello, miss. What can I do for you? So I was not really understanding the scale of these pieces. Like, this is like a cathedral of a guest area. But still, yeah, I like the view here of the gazelles and the giraffes. And you can see a crowded path right over there. We're gonna head over there and check out what there is to see. Because this is a overhead view of the giraffes, and to our left of the hippopotamus, and there's a whole bunch of flamingos living with them as well. Not as many though as I would have liked. And then I believe this is a very ugly monorail station with a very large queue. So that is the general idea of this part. A lovely little guest view. We'll take a look at that maybe. I love how there's no railing, so the guests can just fall in. Very dangerous, especially for hippos, which are not the friendliest of creatures. And here you have some more views of the lions. You must be wondering at this point what this thing is. And this thing is sort of the iconic centerpiece of Bollipolis in many ways. This is a building akin to like an airport terminal. Like, this is a massive construction, where I was trying to go for a modern cool feel, but it is just like an airport terminal or conference hall or something. But what it was intended to be was just some indoor viewing for the tigers and the lions. but yeah, I just had to put some baobab trees in there as well. To your right you have the lions that you can check out really close and intimate, and to your left you have the Bengal tiger with another intimate, beautiful viewing. I love the vibe of this habitat. This is a blueprint which I added these cool plants to. And yeah, here's the Bengal tiger strolling around a nice little space. We're going to leave this place because I think there's only a couple of animals left. You get, I think, some more viewings of the rhinoceros. And here you have the monorail station, around which and also under which the peafowl lives. And the peafowl has a rather large enclosure around this whole station, so that I guess as guests you can check out the peafowls. And then I remember that there is the Himalayan brown bear living here. Probably one of the most ignored animals in all of Planet Zoo. I see a lot of criticism for these animals' inclusion and design, and I can't say I disagree that much. I do have a remaster for them. They look a bit cuter and more unique. If I get one, can get one to... I'll check out the baby, right? Here's a little baby Himalayan brown bear. Yes, so in the south of Spain you have this snow carpet. I don't think there's much left. If I seem to... I remember aardvarks in this zoo. Where are... No, here they are. There they are, the aardvarks. Yes, there's a building. I was planning on making the zoo much bigger, as you can tell. This was not supposed to be the outside perimeter, but I've moved on to bigger and better after Bollipolis. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this view at Bollipolis. In the comments, tell me what parts of this zoo that you liked, what parts that you think were really terrible, and if you want to see a tour of the next zoo, which was set in North America, called the Bolle National Park, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. See ya!